Hey, Warren here. Welcome back to Black Sea Garage. I thought I'd do a quick episode on Project Camaro here, give you a little background for when we're doing projects and so you know where we came from, where we're headed to. So I think I'll grab the camera and I'll give you a once around of the Camaro. So this is a 1979 Z28 Camaro. I've had it since the mid 80s. I'm the second owner. It originally came with a 350 4-speed, and it had 373 gears, posi, and it came with disc brakes in the front and drum brakes in the back. Now, originally when I bought it, it was very similar to this. It was kind of a copper color, and it was that way for a couple years. Then I finally got some garage space, so I tore into the car. And I originally did all the engine bay like a battleship gray, and then I painted the car red. Came out pretty good. I was very happy with it. Here's my first 383 motor. Here it is linked up to the original 4-speed. So I had a little crane and we dropped it down in there. Look, it still has the old big starter on it. I mean, that was a while ago. So ran it that way for a while. Then I ended up buying my very first 6-speed. I was one of the first people to try and put a 6-speed in a car. So I immediately went in and hacked right into the tunnel. Had one of my buddies come over and lift that heavy thing up in there because, of course, we didn't have a jack. And then after that, I did a lot of Super Chevy shows. Here, I think this one was Bristol. Here's Atlanta, somewhere else. Here's my friend Wendy. We've been car buddies since the 90s, so you'll probably see her in quite a few of the videos. So the car was red up until a few years ago. Car actually sat for quite a while. I ended up racing other people's cars for a while. So the car sat, and I pulled it back out about 2017. I was racing for like 10 years, so it was in the garage for 10 or 12 years. And when I pulled it back out, I was tired of the red. So I'll explain to you how we ended up with the black. So like I said, the car was originally gold, or copper colored basically. And then for about 20, 25 years, it was bright red. And during the time it was bright red, it was mostly a show car, street car. But when I got done racing professionally, I wanted to redo this thing and mostly just have fun running the dog piss out of it. So I didn't want to get all bent out of shape about having a nice paint job, getting all scratched up and stuff. I mean, I've got some cone marks down the side of the door here right now. So I wanted to race it without worrying about it. And also, to be perfectly honest, I'm a fairly antisocial kind of person. I don't really like people, and I got way too much attention when it was bright red. So what I did was I sanded it down, and I didn't know what color I was going to make it. I just sanded it down to get it ready, and I never really did decide what color I wanted it. So what you're actually looking at is a wrap job. I wrapped this car. I could not decide what color I wanted to live with for the next 25 years, and so I bought a roll of wrap for $600, and my girlfriend Ann helped me. And in about 20 hours, we got it wrapped. Most of it's pretty good. Wrapping a car can be a bitch. The nose and the tail is a little sketchy. I kind of need to redo those. But the rest of the car looks good. I might even change it here pretty soon. That's part of the reason I got it wrapped is I get tired of it. I'll just peel it off and for $600 buy another roll and do something else. So I did wrap it. And then I put the original stripes back on it. I'm kind of pissed about it actually because, I really don't like people. And this car gets more attention now than it did when it was red. So anyway, whatever. But okay, so here's the interior. It's got phantom gauges. It's got auto meter, new dash panel. It's got the original console, and you might not notice, but with the 6-speed, I slid it back about 3 inches and added a couple of pieces. So some Camaro people don't even notice that it's pushed back. Getting ready to put in some subframe connectors, so I sort of have the back ripped up right now. But I put new seats in. These things are real comfortable. So that's where the body is. These are my new autocross street rims for now. Had drag radials on it. I was doing a lot of UMTR racing. That's a lot of fun if you're in Ohio or Western Pennsylvania. So I had these drag radials. They're starting to get a little bald. So that's about it for the exterior, I guess. So let me move to the engine compartment for a minute. So let me pop the hood and see what we got for a motor. One body modification I did, you see I lowered this, dropped it down. It was only about like that. So I dropped it way down. And what I did is I made a cold air box. And that's worth 1/10 of a second or a mile and a half at the top end. So here's the motor. Was a 383, but you know, that was kind of out of date when I pulled it back out of the garage after 12 years. So same time I rewrapped this car black, I put a new motor in. This is a 427 Gen 1 small block. It is a Dart SHP street block. It's got forged crank, forged rods, Molly pistons. It's got Dart Pro 1 heads. It's got a single plane intake that's gasket matched, and it's got an atomic MSD fuel injection system. It's got super comp headers. It's got MSD ignition. Got a big Griffin radiator. These Durali fans pull a shit ton of air. They work great. The MSD works those. They come on automatically. It's got a fairly high amp alternator, small starter. So I don't know, that's about it for the drivetrain right now. It's got the 427 6-speed, and it's got a Ford 9-inch with 430 gears. So anyway, that's where we stand with Project Camaro right now. We got a lot more videos coming. Some of them are going to be new things on Project Camaro. We got nitrous kit. We've got Magnum T56. We've got plenty of other things on this Camaro coming up. I've got some customer cars we're doing stuff on. And if you were paying attention and notice, we have a new project car coming out shortly. You saw it in the background when I was walking around. So we'll be starting that shortly also. So I hope you guys will stay tuned and see what we do to this next.